On April 9, 2025, the U.S. escalated its trade war with China by raising tariffs on Chinese goods to a whopping 104%, targeting sectors from electric vehicles to semiconductors. The move, aimed at squeezing Beijing's economic core, has triggered swift retaliation. But China's response wasn't loud. It was calculated. In a global economy built on invisible dependencies, one silent shift from Beijing may hit harder than any tariff ever could. April 2025. Beijing activates export restrictions on 7 critical rare earth elements. These aren't obscure materials. They're essential to missile systems, EV motors, and consumer electronics. The move uses China's 2020 export control law, which allows export bans based on national security or environmental protection, providing diplomatic cover while strategically choking supply. It's not the ban that's shocking, it's how much of the system China already controls. China accounts for over 90% of global rare earth production and nearly all heavy rare earth refining. Even in the U.S., rare earths mined at Mountain Pass by MP Materials are shipped to China for processing because there's no domestic refining capacity. And the only major heavy rare earth mine outside China, Serra Verde in Brazil, still relies on Chinese processing. This isn't just dominance in mining. China controls every stage of the rare earth value chain: mining, refining, and component manufacturing. Western industries aren't just vulnerable, they're locked into dependence. Rare earths aren't luxury materials. They're embedded in the core of modern warfare. Each F-35 fighter jet uses over 400 kilograms of rare earth elements. Critical defense systems, missile guidance, sonar, avionics, secure communications, all rely on rare earth magnets and sensors. U.S. defense giants like Lockheed Martin, RTX, Raytheon, Honeywell, and GE rely on Chinese origin inputs. In many cases, China is the sole supplier. Yes, the Pentagon has stockpiles, but they're not sufficient for long-term production. If your war-fighting capability depends on your strategic rival's exports, you've already lost the first battle. This is more than retaliation for tariffs. It's economic statecraft at its most refined. Unlike oil or grain, rare earths aren't widely stockpiled. Their supply chains are fragile and highly concentrated. Beijing's administrative tools, export licenses, quota caps, and environmental audits give it surgical control over outbound flows. This isn't blunt pressure. It's precision warfare with plausible deniability and zero military escalation. The West sees the threat, but it's years behind. Phoenix Tailings, Massachusetts, plans to ramp from 40 to 4,000 metric tons annually by 2027. Lynas, Texas, is expanding, but still lacks full heavy rare earth capabilities. Solvay, France, is upgrading its plant. USA Rare Earth, Oklahoma, is building a rare earth magnet facility. But these projects face permitting delays, environmental resistance, and funding shortfalls. Progress is happening, but not fast enough. The West is still building capacity while China already has dominance. The clock is ticking, but most Western fixes won't arrive before the next crisis hits. China has locked down the rare earths that power the modern world. Every missile system, every fighter jet, every EV, and every phone. This is how global power is enforced now, through supply chains, economic pressure, and technological dominance. The era of resource-based supremacy has begun, and China is already in command. If China controls the minerals that power your phone, your car, and your country's defenses, how much control does it really have over the future? Drop your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more.